My name is Tony Costa. I'm the Chief Nursing Officer for SavaSeniorCare. I'm excited to be here with you today at the NADONA conference.
I'm the Vice President of Clinical Education and Infection Prevention at SavaSeniorCare.
Chad James, RN. I am the Vice President of Clinical Services for SavaSeniorCare.
I started my career at a nursing home in Western Massachusetts as a 3 to 11 staff nurse. I took a position there because the hospitals at the time weren't hiring new grads. My time in that nursing facility, it really changed my perspective on what a nursing home is and what skilled nursing is all about. You know, the care that I saw being provided to residents that didn't have the supports that they would have had in the home setting by the staff in the facility. I really found it to be so caring and so warm and quite a remarkable place. And at the same time, as a new grad, I wanted to build my skill sets. And I found that on that short stay unit in that nursing home. We took care of some really high acuity, complex patients at the time. And I really felt like I got to hone my nursing skills that was what I was looking to do as a new grad. However, as many of us nurses do, we want to continue to grow and expand in our career. And I found skilled nursing a great place to do that. During my career, I've had an opportunity to be a staff development coordinator, a director of nurses, a regional nurse consultant, a vice president of clinical services, and now to serve as the chief nursing officer for SavaSeniorCare. And so for me, skilled nursing has been a remarkable practice environment. Not only have I had a chance to really learn and continue to grow professionally, but I've also had an opportunity to advance my career here in skilled nursing. And so for me, that's one of the many reasons why I think the skilled nursing environment is such a great place for nurses to develop their career and spend their career. The work that we do is meaningful and it's important. And at the same time, you have the opportunity to grow, do something in one building and grow and do a different role in another building or even within the same company. But career advancement is available within skilled nursing. And for me, that was something that was a draw to this area of healthcare.
I am prior active duty United States Air Force. I wasn't a nurse in the military. I was bioenvironmental engineering, which is really fancy for OSHA and the EPA. Great time, and it was an honor to serve. When I got out of the military, I entered nursing school and fell in love with long-term care. I never thought because of my history, I would be in long-term care. And when I graduated, there really were no jobs for new grad nurses, believe it or not. Those days have long gone, but there were no jobs for new nurses. And so as I embarked on my career, there were some positions in a skilled nursing center in Denver, Colorado, and that was my first job. And I soon had the opportunity to transition and go into a pathway program in the local hospital. And looking back, I now realize that was a pivotal point in my life. That was a crossroad for me. I decided to stay. I made the conscious decision to stay in long-term care, skilled nursing, because I felt the need for good nursing needed to happen in this environment. Nursing, we needed to come together and figure out who we are as an industry. And I think the pandemic has in a way propelled us into that philosophy. But I was committed. It has become my life's work to be in long-term care. I can never imagine doing anything else. I have absolutely loved it. So my career has been, during nursing school, I was a nursing assistant at the VA in Denver, which was an amazing experience, and I loved every minute of it. From there, I entered into the nursing home, and I was able to work alongside and be trained by the most amazing LPN that I have ever met. She could run circles around me, I'm sure, still today. And so I had the experience to work the floor and to really fall in love with the population in long-term care and skilled nursing. And so from there, I was able to move into various roles in the center. I became the staff development coordinator and infection preventionist. So again, those two positions are near and dear to my heart, and I'm honored in my role now to be a direct servant, really, servant leader to that position, because I've experienced it. And so I was able to move into the DON position. And then from there, I was able to work really closely on several projects with the Quality Improvement Organization for Colorado, which was Telligent. And so shortly, a few years with working alongside them on quality improvement initiatives in the center that I was in as the DON, they asked me to come on board. And so I was able to serve with Telligent, the Quality Improvement Organization, for about 4 years. And it was amazing and opened my eyes to a different perspective of long-term care, working a little closer with CMS and things like that. So from there, I was able to join the SAVA family. And that has been an amazing experience from the beginning.
I started as a CNA. I made the decision to actually transition from physical therapy school to nursing school after spending many years in the hospital as a patient and seeing the value that the nurses that took care of me. It really made me want to be a nurse. Started as a CNA, and my journey is really what led me to have success in my career. And that is that I have been able to work through so many different positions within our industry, starting as a CNA, becoming a restorative nursing assistant, essential supplies. I worked as, once I graduated and became a nurse, I worked on the floor as a nurse on multiple shifts, worked through being an assistant director of nursing and MDS nurse, until I reached my then goal of becoming a director of nursing. And I really, becoming a director of nursing was, at that time, my primary goal. I wanted to be able to work as a nurse leader and help give guidance and direction to the other nurses and nursing team in the facilities that I was working. And that allowed me to be a director of nursing for several years. But as I worked through a director of nursing position, it made me want to broaden my goal. And that is when I first started to think, I want to be a VP of clinical for a company. And I knew that to achieve that, I would need to take multiple next steps and become a nurse leader over not just one center, but multiple centers in multiple states, and work within districts and work within different teams within districts and regions. And as I did that, that's what's given me the opportunity to become where I am today. I've had that opportunity, and when I look back at my success, if you will, as a nurse, it really comes from years of working in multiple different positions throughout our industry that I feel has given me a very well-rounded view of what goes on in our centers, and districts, and division.
So the COVID pandemic has placed so many challenges in front of all of us. Every healthcare worker out there, every essential employee out there has had to face their own challenges to come to work, to care for each other, to care for their residents, to care for their loved ones. Here at SAVA, we're doing everything we can to make that as easy for our healthcare workers as possible. Really looking at adding resources in our buildings in order to support the work, the essential work, and the remarkable care that happens each and every day. Now, during a crisis like this, is really when leaders are born. And if you're interested in really being a nursing leader for an organization with a culture that is all about the care of residents and the care of staff, then now's your time to shine. So we welcome you to come explore what SAVA is all about, meet with some of us, ask questions about what it's like to be a nursing leader at SAVA, and we'll openly and honestly share with you the pros and cons of being a nursing leader in long-term care right now. However, if you can take those reins as a nursing leader in a skilled nursing facility today and effectively guide and lead a team through such challenging times, you'll really be able to make a mark for yourself, not only in that facility and with those staff and those residents, but really have a springboard to launch your further career in skilled nursing. And our goal as an organization, and my goal as the Chief Nursing Officer for SavaSeniorCare, is to really create an environment where our nurses want to practice. Historically, skilled nursing has been at times looked at as somewhere to go to get a job before you can go to the hospital, especially for our new grads, right? And our goal at SAVA is to create a culture where nursing practice is really the core of what we do. And so I'm excited to be here and to be a part of this team and to help create a culture that really has a focus on improving patient care through consistent and exceptional nursing practice.
What I do here at SavaSeniorCare, as I mentioned, I'm the VP of Clinical Education and Infection Prevention. It's a new department within SavaSeniorCare, and I'm so excited to just share some key elements that we're really excited to work on, embracing as an industry where long-term care and skilled nursing is headed. So as far as the clinical education side of the house, our belief is to transform care at the bedside. So long have gone the days where we want to, put out a bunch of in-services for people to just sign their name. I call it the drive-by training and education. Long have gone those days. So our purpose is to really integrate adult learning techniques and strategies and to provide our staff with the tools and resources they need to enhance their practice in the moment at the bedside in direct patient care, direct resident care. So we're really excited as we move into 2020, 2021, with all that has gone on. We are still holding true to the initiatives that we have in spite of this new norm with the pandemic and COVID that we will all have to continue to adapt to. We can't lose sight of the goals and the strategies that we have for our organization. So I'm really, really excited about that. The other piece that I'm really excited about, our Chief Nursing Officer, Tony Costa, his philosophy is very heavily embedded in making sure that we are integrating any decisions that we made. It's called a shared governance approach, and making sure any decisions that are made, that we are involving the people that are doing the work in those decisions. So as we move forward in 2021, I'm looking for amazing, excited, innovative staff that are willing to be part of various councils that we're developing to really have input on the programs and initiatives that we have in the clinical department going forward. So I'm really, really excited about that. So switching gears into our COVID-19 response, I'm the infection preventionist for the company as well. And as we move into that discussion, which is usually a question I always get is, how have you guys responded? Well, it's been obviously a collaborative approach with all of our leadership in the organization. So I've been super grateful for operations, human resources, sales and marketing. I mean, every department you can think of has come to the table to really bring their expertise in how do we begin to mitigate the challenge around COVID-19, from resident, staff, and family communication as far as what we are doing, environmental services, what are the products that we're using to clean with. So SAVA developed a COVID-19 response team made up of incredible individuals, and literally our whole focus has been morning, noon, and night receiving information from the state and federal level and doing our best to interpret that information. As we've all seen, sometimes we get different information from our local health departments in each state, and then federally we might get something different. So our job has been to try to compile all that information to provide toolkits and resources and weekly national calls among the SAVA family to really make sure that we're explaining information and that our staff are equipped with the information and resources and tools that they need to be able to serve the residents and the staff in this.
We want nurses to come and work for us. If you're looking to expand your career within, to achieve your goals, that's what really led me to SAVA, is that I knew there'd be opportunities for me to get me to the next step. And that is there for nurses that have those same goals. SAVA is a very family, team-oriented organization that is seeking passionate, knowledgeable nurses that not only want to work at the bedside, but want to be leaders and want to further their career. And that's what led me to SAVA, is that opportunity to see that advancement towards my goal as a nurse and a nurse leader.
The team here that was present here, we were able to really look at the care that we were providing and the approach to care and look at our philosophy around that. So I've been always super excited that SAVA has always just been open. Nothing's rigid. We have the ability to make change and to bring our expertise to the table. And, I always say, because of my quality improvement background, let's just throw something against the wall and see what works. And so SAVA has been willing to entertain some of my more innovative thoughts and things like that. And I think, again, we just encourage each other to be innovative when we allow for that type of atmosphere, which you'll find here at SAVA.